idea why my countdown was so slow this time. I'm like, what happened? How are you guys doing? How are we doing? How are we do? Come on. We haven't done it in a minute. I'm waiting for my tambourine to get here. Come on in the room. Whoa. Check it for my notes. Come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Come on. What's up, Anissa? How are you doing? I cannot believe today is Tuesday. You guys, there's so much going on. Again, I have a lot, all the stuff that I'm doing, you guys will see on my other channel. When it goes live, I will let you know. But like, if you want to know like what's going on over here, like the behind the scenes of what's going on over here, I guarantee you, if you watch my other channel, when it debuts, when everything goes live, you will absolutely understand like what's happening here. If something is abnormal there, you will definitely find out why on my other channel. Hey, Tracy, shout out to the NikkiStar TV. General, let me tell you something, right? Tony, shout out to my wonderful moderator, Tony. She sent me, she let me know that on her channel, she does reviews of like a lot of shows that I do as well. And she told me about it, and I went over to go check her channel. Let me find out all my moderators they all did a live. It was Shonda, Tracy, and Tony. They all were talking about, I forget, was it Love at the Lockup? I think it was young. It was either Young, Famous, in Africa or Love at the Lockup. And baby, they were just chatty Cathy's. All of these opinions. I said, oh, I didn't know y'all like to talk as well. I will be asking you all to come up and do all that talking on here as well. It was a really good, Tony, if you're here, or Tracy, if you're here, put it in the, please put the video that I'm talking about in the not description box, the comments, because it was a really good conversation. I was like, listening to it, cooking dinner, like, I absolutely agree. I was like, now, wait a minute. No, they don't. They can do all this talking over here, but hiding in the comments. Oh, I'm calling y'all up. I'm calling you up because tomorrow, Simone and I, shout out to Simply Simone, we're doing a talk about the aftermath after the Oscars. So much stuff has happened, guys, but I'm exhausted with celebrity at this point. So we're going to wrap it up. Everything that's been coming out. I know more stuff will come out after that. I'm done. Like after Simone and I have that conversation, I'm done. But one thing that I'm going to do tomorrow in that live is open it up. I'm going to share the link, give the link to my moderators to share so that everybody who has opinion or who wants to chat, you don't have to be on video, can come up and talk as well, because I really, really enjoyed that video, Tony's video. Tony Tenfit. But I just had to say that. But anyway, Tracy says, Star Family less than 200 away from 14K. Please like the video. It helps the channel grow. We're looking forward to get to 9 million by the end of the year. It's early. We can do it. Remember, we were like 400 away. Look at us. Look at us. We're growing. We're growing. What's up, Black Lavender? Black Lavender said, Gino just keeps messing up, and then he's a horrible liar about it. A terrible liar. Thank you so much, Shonda. I'm calling you up tomorrow. I am calling you up tomorrow. Hey, Dion said, hi, y'all. Coda live, and hubby is putting baby to bed. Life sweet. Amen. Amen. What's up, Alicia? Hey, TT. Hey, family. How are you all doing? Hey, Dr. M. Me and Dr. M be talking on Twitter. Y'all got to join us on Twitter. We just be having a good old time on Twitter. Hey, Dr. M. How are you? What's up, Simply Simone? What's up? Thank you all for being here. Hey, So Steph. Missy said, Apple needs a tambourine emoji. Absolutely. Hey, Kelly, my neighbor. If you guys don't know, I'm part-time. I'm actually going back to LA next month. No, this month. I'm going back to LA for a minute. But I live in Atlanta part-time, and me and Kelly have been talking on Instagram. And come to find out, I don't live too far from Kelly. What's up, neighbor? Yes, we got it. We got it. We're doing it. We're doing it. I love her channel. I just be binging her videos, just doing just going through the playlist. I should comment more, Tony. I should. I will. But I just be letting the videos play. Hey, Debbie. Hey, greetings from Toronto. Black Lavender also said, Ben and Mike need to learn to read the room. Hamina and Mahogany don't want them at all. I feel like Hamina and Mahogany are stuck in a contract with TLC. That's what I think is happening, because I don't think there's any amount of money to keep Mahogany and Hamina with those men, right? I think that it's a TLC contract that is keeping them with those guys. Oh, God, guys, the sun is coming out at 7:41. Speaking of the sun, baby, I'm joining you in the evening because I wanted to join you today at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard, my time that I'm on right now. I wanted to do that live. I wanted to do this live a lot earlier because I had like some errands to run. Baby, none of the stuff that I needed to get done today got done because like around 9 or something, 9 or 10 a.m., shout out to my East Coast people, especially East and South people. I don't live too far from a tornado. Thank God I'm not in a tornado area, but there was a lot of tornado. First of all, tornadoes. What the hell are we doing with tornado warnings? Anyway, not too far from me, there was tornado warnings because we also had like some storm watch or whatever. I will say, being from Philly, I'm used to, the spring rains and, torrential rains and all of that stuff. I'm not used to this kind of storm. This kind of storm is very new for me, right? This kind of storm where it's like thundering and lightning at like 10 a.m. I lied to you not, guys, right in my backyard. Lightning was just, I wasn't hitting my backyard, but it was like, you could hear it and see it. It was so scary. It was telling too much of my business, but it was so scary. I went in my mom's room. I was like, Mommy, I'm scared. I reduced myself to a child because I was like, what is going on? My mom was like, Nikki, it's okay. It was just loud and cracking and popping, terrifying. Finally, the rain has stopped or whatever, but, it's in the evening, but it's really beautiful now. But earlier today, I was like, what the hell is going on? I'm not used to this. I mean, I'm used to Anaheim winds, that LA has, but I'm not used to Anaheim winds with like thunder and lightning and like torrential rains. And it was just a lot going on for me with the weather. A lot that I was just not prepared for, but I made it through. I made it through my first like storm living out here. Hey, Irene. Irene said, I'm so over Gino and Jasmine. Like it's always something new with them. I honestly think it's storyline. With them. I don't believe Gino and Jasmine, at least not on the tell-all. At the on the season finale, yeah. But the tell-all, I just felt like they were doing it. I felt like they were doing the most because I think that Memphis and Hamza and Chino and Jasmine, I think they're going to be on. I think that Memphis and Hamza are going to be on 90 Day Fiance, and I think that Chino and Jasmine are going to be on another season of 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. But I think that Memphis and Hamza are transitioning their way to 90 Day Fiance, especially since Hamza is in the States. Leo Lion said, hey there, Nikki and everyone in the chat. What's up, buddy? Hey, JT. Get ready, guys. JT is in the chat. JT said, I rewrote the In the Room song. Really? Send it to me on Instagram. Let me hear it. Hey, Sly Cat. Hey, Rozelle. We're going to get started in about 2 minutes, guys. Rozelle said, so glad to catch a live. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Star fam. What's up, Rozelle? Amanda said, checking in from Seattle. What's up, Amanda? Hey, Missy said, Nikki, that's the protocol if we ever see you in public. Nikki, what's the protocol if we ever see you in public? Say hi, fam. That's it. Say hi. That's it. There's no protocol. We're starving. What's up, Alex D? Yeah, it was storming. It was like loud, guys. And it was just like right here, like pop, 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 and like boom. And I'm like, the trees are going crazy in the back, tornado warnings. I'm like, I didn't know about that. I should have did better research, but I'm happy. I'm happy. Hey, Makeup Addict. Makeup Addict said, child, the weather in Georgia today said, what plans? Right? Right? I knew it was going to rain. You know what I mean? I checked my weather app. First of all, the weather app on the iPhone, basura, because I was not ready for what I got. Not ready for what I got. Oh, I turned everything off. The only thing that I had was my phone, and I was like under the covers. It was a mess. It was a mess. Hey, Yuli. Yuli said, hey, Nikki made it to a live. Yes, you did. So glad you're here. Oh, Sly Cat said you got it this morning. What we dealt with in Texas last night. Last night in Texas. That makes sense why it happened so early. Because it was storming all the way up until about 2, and then it just stopped. But it was like bad. Makeup Addict also said, Nikki, Georgia will take it out of you with the weather. It's scary AF if it only gets worse in the summer. Oh, thanks. Well, luckily for me, I'm going to be traveling a lot this summer. I think I'm probably going to be in LA more this summer than out here. So, ciao. Dion said Jasmine showed up to work and was entertaining. At least she was. I will give her that. Giving Mother Gothel on date night realness. Hey, NTR, thank you so much for the super chat. Said hashtag mobile generator fund. Oh my God. That is something that we probably have to invest in. Thank you so much for saying that. Wait until the power goes out with the storms. Thank you so much for saying that. I'm definitely going to look into that because this was no joke. This was no joke. I never lived. Well, I've always been in the city. Maybe that's why. I don't think it hit like this in the city. Maybe that's why. Yeah, I got a lot of country living research to do. A lot of country research. Let me get 2 more comments and then let me get into the review. What's up, LaShonda? Thank you for being here. Hey, Nikki. Nikki said, just remember, Nikki, get in the bathtub. What? We'll talk about that later. Why? Don't tell me that. Oh my God. I will say for the tornado warnings, it has never hit my area. I'm not going to say yet, but we just haven't had it. But there have been like around the area. I do tornadoes just hit in like densely populated areas? Because my area is still pretty populated, but it's like a ways before you see, other people. Let me know. Anyway, we're going to first talk about the season finale, and then we'll hop into the tell-all, which was good, right? But I think part 2 is going to be a bit more interesting. Let's talk about Usman and Kim. I'm not sure if Usman and Zara are the real deal, but I will say that Usman is very different with Zara, right? Who we're talking about right now, Usman and Kim. I've never believed that these two are the real thing, right? I think that Usman is a very smart businessman. I think that he is using this show to get exposure for his music career, which is very smart, right? Because even if he's not really, even if he's not a huge artist, and I think he's in Nigeria, if he's not a huge artist, or Tanzania, is he Tanzanian? I feel like he said that. No, he's in Tanzania, but he's Nigerian. Anyway, even if he's not a huge artist there yet, I think going the way he is, he will be. And I feel like very soon, we're going to see him on Young, Famous, and African, which is coming back. I'm going to do those lives again. I just had to. Putting my house together half the time and doing these lives. And then I'm getting into like acting stuff. So a lot is happening. Anyway, I think at some point he will get there, but I think what he's doing is extremely smart, because if he's not making any money off of his music in Nigeria, he is absolutely making money from this show, who is literally paying him to play his music throughout the season. Very smart. He has $1 billion network buying his music. Very smart, very smart. Not only paying him to be on the show, but also paying him for his music. Very, very smart. So I really don't believe his relationship with Kim, but I will say the way he was talking to Zara felt real to me, right? Absolutely could be scamming, but I feel like even in the scam of it all, it feels like he likes her more than he likes Kim. We know that Kim is a means to an end. I feel like Zara is a possible future. And to be quite honest with you, although I don't believe that Usman and Kim's relationship is real, it's giving me sex tourism. To be quite honest with you, it's giving me sex work. It's also giving me scam, right? However, I am very interested to see that dynamic, if that happens next season on 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, with Miss Kim, Zara, and Usman. I want to see it. I want to see it, because Zara is sweet, but I feel like she will be good TV. And Miss Kim, when she let that yo part of her come out, you know what I mean? When she put on her Jordans and start putting her hands in Zara's face, then we really going to see what it is. So I'm interested to see that dynamic next season. And I think we actually might get it when he's saying to her, oh my gosh, when Usman saying to Zara, I was on the floor. I was like, you better believe, even if nobody else believes, Usman believes that he is Usher. Usman believes that he is Usher. Hey, Zara, baby. Like, it's not given what he thinks is given. However, he is so confident in his music. My God, today, I feel like that's all he needs, because that is absolutely going to take him to the next level, because he believes. He believes in his music so much. Like I said before, $1 billion company is paying him to not only be on their show, but to also buy and play his music. This is where crazy faith comes in and opens up doors for you that you never thought would have been open. You better walk in it, Usman. Even though I enjoyed Usman, I enjoyed him throughout the whole season, because I'm buying it, right? I see what he's doing. I'm into it. I always ride for somebody who's pulling the Bethany Frankel on these shows. You know what I mean? Bethany knew that show, that the Real Housewives of New York, was going to exploit her and her friends, right? She was well aware. So what she did was exploit them right back. And look at her now. Although she's not my favorite right now, because she is acting a fool on Twitter. But anyway, I always am riding for somebody like that, because I feel like they're in on what this show is. And they, as much as the show is using them, they are using the show. However, I really disliked when he said this about Miss Kim concerning Zara, when he said that he liked Zara more because Zara could give her a family and Kimberly could not. Two things about that. One, you don't know if Zara can do that, right? You're just looking at her age. Infertility hits at any age for a woman, right? You just don't know. There are women in their 20s who are struggling to get pregnant, right? There are women younger than that who don't know, who are probably going to be in for a rude awakening when they get older. You know what I mean? So age is not necessarily the deciding factor, right? Because there are women having, as we see now, having children later in life, who have always had children later in life before it became profitable to freeze your eggs. So in saying that, I did not like a man saying that about a woman, especially how society shames women who cannot have children, who decide not to have children. I just didn't like it. Because although I feel like Usman and Miss Kimberly are like putting it on, I do think she likes him. And I was just thinking about her watching that, having, the man that she wants to be with say, well, I like her more because she can give me a family and this one cannot. Like comparing her like that and saying that another woman is better just for her womb. It just felt very ugly to me. Also, how does he know that he's not shooting blanks? Right? You put infertility on a woman. What if you is the man that can't deliver? How about that, right? Don't be too sure about your swimmers. A lot of men do that and be real caught up when you do the research and you find out that they're the problem and not the woman. You better stay woke. So I just did not like that because I really did think of Miss Kimberly watching that and feeling less than. I hate that, especially when it's coming from a man. I hate it more when it's coming from another woman because you know how society treats us. But like coming from him, I didn't like it. Like that's what. So out of everything that you shared with Kimberly and all of that, you can devalue her for somebody else because of her womb and what you think her womb can and cannot do for you. Gross, 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 gross. Outside of that, on the season finale, that was pretty much on my only thoughts that I had for them. I will say, like I said before, I'm interested to see if they come back next season. I feel like Usman is going to weasel his way into another season. If it's not with Miss Kimberly, it'll probably definitely be with Zara. And I want to see. I think that Zara might finally be the one to get him to America. I want to see what that whole throuple is going to be like next season if it happens. Let's move on to Chino and Jasmine. Chino and Jasmine. I cannot take Jasmine, right? Because I feel like for her, the bar is so low. And no matter how low that bar is, she will always sink low enough to pick it up. I was so disappointed with her, not only at the tell all, but also on the season finale. Because when we meet up with Jasmine and Chino again, she's crying. She's crying because Chino is leaving, right? And not only is she crying that he's leaving, she's crying because she feels like she wasted the trip arguing with him and being mean to him. So she's apologizing to him for not being nicer. Stand up, Jasmine. Stand up. Like you're apologizing to him for what? You're apologizing to the man that sent pornographic pictures of yourself that you sent to him to another woman and made fun of you and you read the text? Like, I just can't believe that Jasmine is acting this way. It's just like so bothersome because this man mistreats her over and over and over again. She forgives him so quickly and then blames herself for their issues. She's really hard to watch. And I'm like, ma'am, if this is a con, bravo, because you got me convinced. Bravo. You are showing up to work because you are getting a reaction out of me. You are getting a reaction out of me. And also, I feel like she actually likes him. I feel like they actually like each other. Because unless she's, a phenomenal actress and can cry on cue, there is just something there where it seems like this bizarre couple actually works, right? Not that, like, I don't think that Jasmine and Chino work in the real world. I think they work in bizarro world, which is where they reside. That's the thing. We in normal world, right, in this dimension, cannot understand that relationship because they're on a whole nother planet. They live in bizarro world. That relationship makes sense in bizarro world. There are couples like that in bizarro world. Unfortunately, this couple was put on the wrong planet because they don't make sense. They don't make sense. She is literally crying because he's leaving. Gino was crying because he's leaving. Gino. Bizarro running. She's, oh, honey, Chino, I'm sorry. Girl, what? Me, I'm sorry, Chino. What you sorry for? They don't make sense to us. But in bizarro world, they work. And I actually think that there is something there. I don't know if I know it's lust, right? I know there's financial need because they both admitted that they met on a sugar baby site. So there is something there, right? That's keeping them together outside of them actually really liking each other. I think maybe this started off as a transactional relationship and that's it. And then at some point, these two just fell for each other. I think that's what's happening here. I really, really do. Because I just, unless, and this is a con, Jasmine is doing a great job. She has me convinced. Even Chino, maybe he won't ask for a prenup. Girl, you better get him back. Because I feel like once he gets back home, things are going to change. But we'll see that play out next season because the producers obviously love this couple. So I think we'll see more of them. Let's move on to Memphis and Hamza. Listen, I can be happy for Memphis and Hamza, right? And also believe that neither one of them is ready for this relationship, right? I can love the love they have, and Memphis makes poor choices, but also be happy that they have found each other and they have found love. The reason why I am saying this because I think I might get some tomatoes, but I am rooting for this couple. I swear, something happened. This episode changed everything for me. When they were both breaking down, like the whole family is crying because she's leaving and she's leaving with the baby. You know, she's pregnant and they don't want her to go. And he's crying. Memphis is crying. Hamza's mom and sister are crying. I look through my computer screen. I'm crying. Like it was just, I'm on the train. I'm on the Memphis and Hamza train and I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for them. They got me. They got me. They got me. I was on the fence with this couple. I was like, it's not going to work. I can't listen. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting. I'm going to look. I'm going to overlook everything. Everything that we have seen this season, I'm overlooking it, and I am rooting for this couple. I don't care. I do not care. When they were at the airport and, you know, they were both like just bawling. And then Hamza was like, Memphis is the love of my life. Without her, it's like, I'm like a body with no heart. Ah! They got me. They got me. And she was like, I don't want to leave him because he's my family now. And I'm like, yes, he is, girl. Get your husband. I'm on the train. I'm on the Memphis and Hamza train. I don't care. I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for that couple. They got me. They got me. I'm like a body without a heart. They got me. I'm rooting for them. Oh, if you don't know who I'm talking about, this is the couple that I am talking about. I'm rooting for them. I want them to work. I want them to work. I want to be invited to the baby shower. I'm on board. I am on board. Let's talk about a couple I'm not on board with. Absolutely not. I'm not rooting ever. I'm never rooting for them. I don't want this to work. I think the only reason why they are going to make this work is for money that TLC is giving them. I don't see this being successful at all. Dare I say, I hate that relationship. I hate Mike and Jimenez's relationship. I absolutely hate it. I hate how he talks to her. I hate how that freaking mother makes her feel about breaking up with him. I hate it. I do not like it. I hate the demands that he makes for her children and her family. I don't like it. I don't like it. I hate that relationship. I don't feel bad for Mike in this episode because he makes a whole scene, right? Then he makes his whole scene, tries to make Jimena feel bad for breaking up with him. And then when he doesn't get his way, he breaks down, right? Now he's, falling apart. He's heartbroken or whatever. And he just feels really bad about everything that he's done. And he still, wants to see Jimena and say goodbye to her family. Absolutely not. Get the hell out of her house. Get the hell out of her house. I don't feel bad that he's crying and breaking down. All that stuff that you said, you can say that you was angry, right? But a lot of times, an angry heart, is it an angry heart? An angry mind? An angry heart? Asked her if you could say goodbye to her kids. What? You lucky she didn't beat you up because she was, listen, Can we talk about it? Let's get real. That camera crew saved Mike because when he was going back and forth with her and her men screamed to get out of her house, that was the one and only warning that he was going to get. I feel like if she walked back up them steps, she was going to punch him dead in that forehead, and that was going to be it for him. He was going to be looking like Curtis on Love After Lockup. Let's talk about it. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. Let's get into Jimena's mama. And I am not the one to talk about anybody's parents, but ma'am, you need to sit down and have a little chat with Jesus, because your daughter, I feel like we haven't seen it, but we now know that Mike and Jimena are back together, right? I feel like that's her mother's doing. Because the way her mother was breaking down, because Jimena said, I don't want to be a part of that no more. I don't want to be with him. The way she comforted Mike. You know what your daughter is doing. You know she's laying down with that man to feed you. She was saying, oh, Mike is so generous. You know, he gives her all of these things. He takes care of her. And my daughter is so generous because she shares those things with me. And that is how we eat. You know how you eat? You know how you eat is your daughter laying down with a man that she despises. Your daughter letting a man that she cannot stand in her body to feed you as her freaking mother. You are not decrepit. You are not decrepit. Dare I say it's giving teen mom. It's giving teen mom. Y'all look like y'all a good 13 to 14 years apart. You can still go to work. Now, I know the situation over there might be a lot different, right? I know their working class is probably not what I consider working class, but as a mother, you know what your daughter is going through. You know your daughter don't like that man. You absolutely know that. And you are over here breaking down because the money that he was giving your daughter is going to suddenly, dry up. So that's what you're breaking down. You should have been in there in Mike's face with some hot grits about to throw on that bald head if he don't get out of her daughter's place. After everything that he said to your child, you still comfort him? God just be letting anybody be a parent. I said it. And I am going to immediately apologize. Child, I saw that thunder and lightning today. If you don't believe, you would have believed after that storm. Anyway, her mother just, Jimena, something about your mama don't sit right with me. Something about her mother does not sit right with me. So anyway, after all of this happens, Jimena is now doing her confessional. Mike has left or whatever. He's at the airport at this point. Jimena is doing her confessional. Mike is texting her, right? He's texting her, basically saying, if I leave, you won't have all of these things. You know what I mean? You won't be able to pay your rent and all this stuff. I can still do that. And she's like, why would you do that? We're not together. We're just friends. And he's just like, well, I'll still do it. But then I want to come back and talk to you because I want us to get married in September. She said no. No means no. She said no. Leave that woman alone, right? But what he's doing is letting her, because he's letting her know that I took care of everything. Life was a lot easier when I was with you. Now that I'm leaving, it won't be that easy. But if you marry me, if you agree to be my wife, you could have a much better life, right? Already knowing that the weight of her family is on her shoulders, right? It shouldn't be, but already knowing that not only she got to deal with taking care of her kids because she love a thug, and all her baby daddies is locked up, right? And then she got to deal with this mama who loves the fact that Mike takes care of them, right? The only one who's riding for her minute, for real, outside of her sons is her little sister. That's the only one who really riding for her. Mike and her mother, Anyway, so he's telling her all of this, and then he calls her, right? And he's basically, once again, telling her he can take care of her. He can make her life so better. She can have a summer house in Colombia, and she can have a beautiful house in New York City. Telling her all of these things that she could do for her, right? You say all this stuff that you could do for this woman, but the minute that she won't have sex with you, right? The minute that she makes her own decisions outside of you, all of a sudden, she's a whore. all of a sudden I met you doing this, right? I met you being a cam girl. You were only using me for money. You don't really love me. You just want what I could provide for you. And you know what? I'm not going to provide for you anymore. I'm not going to give you that stuff anymore, right? That's how he likes to control her. So he's trying to do it again because he was successful before. And he knows that's why he wanted to talk to her mother so bad. That's the only reason why he's like, I got to talk to her mother, because he knows he got the mother. And he knows how influential a mother is over a child. So he basically wanted to get in that mother's ear so she could talk to her daughter and force her to be in this transactional relationship with this man that she does not want to be in. I hate everything about this relationship. I hate everything about this relationship. I hated when Mike was going back and forth with her and she was so confused, right? She wasn't confused because she wanted to be with him. She was confused because she knows how easier things were for her in her family when he was paying for everything. I hate this relationship. I wish it the worst. I don't want it to work out. I don't want it to work out. I wish them nothing good. The relationship. Mike, Jimena, I wish you the best, but I want that relationship to be done, because men like Mike will court a woman like that, right? Will court, especially a woman out of their reach. They will do all that. Then when they finally get the woman, all of a sudden, you don't want me, you just want my money. Duh, dummy. Duh, dummy. I wasn't looking your way. I wasn't looking your way. You telling me you can make my life, that's, you know, I'm in a destitute situation. You're telling me you can make my life better if I just be with you. Okay, so I'm with you. Now you calling me a gold digger. Okay, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You now she's a gold digger when you were the one that was throwing gold in her face. She wasn't even looking at you, but you told her, I got this gold. I can give you this. I can make you have a better life. She says yes, she a gold digger and she wants you for her stuff. She wants you for your stuff. Okay, like you didn't know what it was before. Like you didn't know what it was before. Get the hell out of here. I still cannot get over. And this is why you're responsible for the information that you receive. I honestly wish that Jimena would have never told us that when she was a cam girl, like Mike was one of the customers that she hated because he made her sick by all the stuff he was doing on video when she would do cam sessions with him. What the hell was he doing that made her so sick? What the hell was that weirdo doing? Oh my God. Like, since she said that, I'm like, what was he doing to make your stomach turn? Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so sorry for her. I'm so sorry for you, sis. I'm so sorry for you. Listen, next season, I need you to pull a Queen Rose, right? I need you to get a glam team. I need you to start a YouTube channel. You're going to have to work on that personality. You going to work on that personality. You have to turn your life around so that you don't need any man, but you can take care of yourself, your sons, and your whole damn family. It seems like your mother and your sister. Your mother is able-bodied, like. There ain't a CVS in Columbia where she could at least do a part-time shift or something. Do they have EBT over there? Like, come on. How is she contributing to the home? Woo, child, not my mother. Thank you, Jesus. Let's talk about Ben and Mahogany. Let's talk about Ben and Mahogany. What the hell was Mike doing on that cam? Oh, I wish she would have never said that. I ain't never been right since she said that. Ben and Mahogany. Ben. I think for some reason, Ben is trying to convince himself that he's not a predator. Like, for some reason, he's trying to convince himself that he is not the weird, pervy dude. And I think that in part two, I think the ladies are going to get him together with that. And I think it's going to be Kimberly. I think it's going to be Kimberly who is going to get him together. Because this episode, he's just like, she's upset with me, but she lied to me. She told me that she was 23. Like, why would she lie about her age? He keeps on making this big deal about her lying about being 23 when she's actually 22. What the hell is the difference? What the hell is the difference? You still went after somebody 23. You still at your big age went after somebody whose brain is not fully developed. It's giving predator. Like, it does not matter that her being 23 is a year older than your daughter. It's still pervy because you still went after somebody who was 20 years younger than you for the exact same reasons why you're bothered by her, right? Because she's young, she's impressionable, she can have temper tantrums that you don't really like. She's 22. That's why you went after her. That's why you went after her parents to put her in check. Because the child bride that you were trying to get would not listen to you. I will say, I can't stand Ben, right? I think that Mahogany, I think this couple is absolutely fake. But I will say, Mahogany had me on the floor when Ben was trying to get in the car with her, and he was doing all this talking, and she was like, "She would not turn around." And he was like, I just want to talk to you. Like, I want to understand why you would lie to me." And she was like, she would not turn her head. And he's over here saying, "See, this is the problem. This is the problem." She's 22. She's 22. What did you expect? What did you expect? You wanted this, right? But you wanted somebody that was submissive and somebody that you can control with religion. We see you. We see you. So anyway, these two are, it obviously seems like they're not going to that they're obviously not going to work out. We're going to see probably a bit more of them at the tell-all. We didn't get a lot of them on this part. I hope that the tell-all is only 2 parts. I hope it's not a 3-part reunion. I don't think there's enough in here for it to be a 3-part. But in the first part of the tell-all, we did not get a lot of them. Before I end, I just want to say it's so interesting that all season, Mahogany has always abandoned Ben by way of vehicle, right? We've all season, we've seen this man get kicked out of cars, get left behind. Like, the whole season, he's been on the road waiting for a ride because Mahogany has left him in some sort of way. Listen, Ben, it's a symbol. It's a symbol for the rest of your life if you don't start going after age-appropriate women for you. Because I'm not saying that, you can't date somebody younger. I'm saying it's very creepy when a man does it because we as women know why you're doing that, right? There's no way that you are in your 40s or 50s and you want somebody that's like barely out of being a teenager or a teenager, right? Those men are just like, oh, but the legal age. Stay away from them weirdos, right? The men who know the age of consent in every freaking state. Why do you know that? Like, why do you know what the age of consent is? What? You trying to bang a teen? What the hell is wrong with you? But men like Ben do stuff like that, right? So I feel like he knows that it just don't look right. So what he constantly tries to do is put the problems on Mahogany and be like, well, she lied to me about being 22. She told you that she was 23. Now, if you said she told me she was 32, no shade, I will believe it. I would believe it. Mahogany Sans Filters is very mature. Very mature. So I would be like, okay, if she told you she was 32 and you find out that she's 23, that's a big difference. But the fact that you keep on saying she lied to me, she wasn't honest about her age, and she's 22 and told you that she was 23, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Because she's not your daughter's age? Because she's your daughter's age now, and it was appropriate because she was, when you are going after her, because she was a year older than your daughter? What are you trying to say? It's not making sense. It's not making sense. Anyway, let's talk about the season finale. We'll take a break to talk about that, and then we'll hop into the tell-all part 1. I'm gonna get some older comments. Me too, Yuli. Yuli said, hey guys, I couldn't believe what Mike said about them being together with Jimena, like being back together with Jimena. Yeah, I'm not rooting for them. I don't want this to work. I want Jimena to be free. Thank you, Amanda. Amanda said, I love your energy. Always convenient. You go live after I'm off of work too. I try to mix it up. I want to try to mix it up at different times, some more next week. But thank you so much, Amanda. Thank you so much. Black Lavender said, Jasmine said, if she could jump in the suitcase and follow Gino, she would. Stand up. Stand up. It's so disappointing. It's so disappointing to see her act in this way. Listen, because I'm American, right? I don't know what America looks like outside of America. But I'm just like, the way she's acting, mama, it's not what you think it is, child, especially with somebody. Listen, you could pass over here in America, right? But the minute you open your mouth, that discrimination will follow. So I don't know. I don't know what you think it is over here, girl, but stay woke. Do your research. Do your research. Hey, So Steph. So Steph said you need to get in the bathtub or an interior closet. Oh, child, the bathtub. How many bathtubs? Well, we have three. We have three. Does the pantry work? Let me know. Oh, what about a crawl space? Let me know. Oh my God, is that what that's for? The blood of Jesus. Oh, the blood of Jesus. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Dion said, Usman is always in pursuit of the next showman. Always. He's a businessman. He's a businessman. Thank you so much, Shonda. Shonda said, let's be social with Nikki on Instagram. She has posted all of my social medias. Thank you so much, Shonda. What's up, Candace? Candace said, I wouldn't show my face on TV after begging a man for sex, especially Chino. Now, Jason Momoa, okay, right? People will be like, girl, I get it. Girl, I get it. But a Chino, never. I think so too, Sly Cat. Sly Cat said, Usman cares way more for Zara than Kimberly. I think so. I absolutely think so. Well, you know what? It depends, people. Some people said, have you chose what color to paint your living room? It depends, right? It depends on the furniture, because now we're now looking more locally for furniture, because we were trying to look stuff outside that wasn't local. And like I said before, it's just going to take forever to get here. So we're trying to find something we can get within weeks, like 3 or 4 weeks, right? That makes sense. 19 weeks that all these people are talking about don't make no damn sense. Anyway, with that, once we decide on living room furniture, then we'll decide on what to keep the walls. But our ceilings are so high, I think we just may keep that color, because that just seems like a lot of work. It just seems like a lot of work. So I don't know. I'm still not a fan of it yet, but we'll see. We will see. Thank you. Saria Ray said, yay, I made a live after only catching replays for a while. Thanks for being here. Hey, Goddess Goldziva. Goldziva said, I think Zara needs to get with Kim's son. They both are gorgeous. Absolutely. Can I just say, just in my experience, I don't really like biracial people or multiracial people who have Black or Asian ancestry. Black and Asian genes, from what I have seen, I could be wrong, are just very dominant. You can always tell, right? Like somebody in that partnership is Black, right? One of your parents is Asian. You can always tell. You can always tell. Specifically more East Asian and South Asian, because I feel like South Asian, shout out to my South Asian subscribers, but sometimes I'll lean into the Blackness. Well, we can't really tell. Just being real. Shout out to Mindy. Mindy Kaling and her brother who went to an HBCU. Anyway, so like a lot of times the Black or the Asian gene is just so dominant, right? So the kid either either ends up looking like that Black parent solely, Or, they might get like the eyebrows of their mother. Shout out to the black man. You know what I mean? But I will say with Kimberly's son, that's like Kimberly if she were a black man. Like I can see Kimberly in her son, right? The black genes are absolutely dominant because when you see him, you see a black man, but you can see Kimberly. He's absolutely a handsome man. I will say that would be interesting if he got with Zara. Boy, oh my God, TLC make it happen. TLC make it happen. TLC does all kinds of stuff. I would not be shocked if that happens because they have another show. And guys, I'm telling you right now, I'm not reviewing it. Please. TLC be putting up these kind of shows and y'all like, Nikki, are y'all reviewing the TLC I Married My Mother show? Absolutely not. But they have another show coming out where it's, I think it's something like Thank You for Giving Me Back My Limbs, where it's people who have lost limbs and this doctor is putting their limbs back on. I'm telling you right now, I'm not reviewing that, right? I review shows that we can laugh about. What the hell is funny about that show? We'll be crying every live. Absolutely not. When that commercial came on, I said, nope, I'm going to let them know right now. I'm going to let them, don't hit me up on my Instagram with the trailer. Absolutely not. However, TLC has done a lot. So I would be here for it. If Zara and Usman comes here to be with Zara, Miss Kimberly comes to confront Zara to get her man back, her son comes to pull his mom off of Zara, locks eyes with Zara, and next thing you know, they in a little something. Listen, I'd watch it. It's giving Dynasty. It's giving As the World Turns. I would watch it. Hey, JT says Usman deserves all the success after smashing the Golden Girls. Not all heroes wear capes. Oh, JT, thank you. Thank you for being a subscriber. Yeah, that's what I think, Midwife Crystal. Midwife Crystal said he's actually attracted to Zara. That's it. You're right. Yes. Thanks, everyone, for joining in NikkiStar Live. Please like and subscribe for more great content. Thank you, Shonda. As told by Nicole says, men always love to blame fertility on the woman. Always. When a lot of times it's them. Why are we viewed as nothing but baby machines or vaginas, right? Remember that podcast that went viral where there was a guy on there he's also a TikToker. He was talking about how a woman lose value after she gives children because she loses the elasticity in her vagina. How are these men having sex with women? Like, y'all don't even know basic biology. Like, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Come on, Tiffany. Men always forget infertility is on both partners. Absolutely. Yes, she did say that in the tell-all that she was okay because, that was Usman's culture and she would she said she would have to be okay with it. Girl, this is not worth it. Thank you, Nakia, for the supportive comment. Aza said, Jasmine and Chino took over the whole segment. I didn't care for them. They grossed me out. I'm going to be honest. Jasmine and Chino grossed me out. What's up, Samantha? Samantha said, I'm so glad I'm catching one of your lives. My work schedule is different now, so I can never make them. Thank you for being here, Samantha. Let me get we are talking in here. I want to do 4. I'm going to do 4 more comments and then we're going to get into the tell-all. Yes. Dion says, talking about Mike and him laughing at Gino was hilarious. Like, that's not him in 20 years, still tricking. Right? Wasn't Mike laughing a lot? Like, it was like cocky laughing, like he's above it. Have you seen the show? You and Chino are the same thing. Like, giving him advice and stuff. And I'm like, Mike, shut up. Y'all in the same boat. Like, why do you think that you and Chino are so different? Boy, bye. What's up, Cynthia? Cynthia said he's literally just paying for her men to be his arm candy. He's participating in the transaction. Yep. And will use the transaction against her once she decides not to do what he wants her to do. I hate this relationship. Hey, Casey and Tori's Fidgets and Hunts, what's up? Said, imagine being cool with your daughter. Come on, being with a controlling man she doesn't love, let alone like just to pay the rent. I take 3 jobs to keep my child. I would take 3 jobs to keep my child from going through that. Come on, a mother. When she was breaking down and saying, my daughter's been generous giving me some of the things that Mike has given her and because of her generosity, we're all able to eat. No, absolutely not. Because y'all all working, you all are able to eat. Like, ma'am, your daughter is miserable. She does not want to be with him. There is something that Mike does that we have not seen that makes her sick. Like, there's something, like, he's probably very nasty with intimacy. Like, he's already very filthy. We already know that she, is begging him to bathe. But there's also something real sick concerning him and their intimacy. Her mother just bothers me. Tamika said, could you imagine the level of control if he got Jimena to America with no family? Absolutely. And her kids will see her. First of all, they will see their mother deteriorate. Because remember, when Mike was on that screaming, who went to comfort her when she was crying on the stairs? Her sons. That's what they're going to see their mother go through. Wow. Probably experiencing a lot of racism and a lot of ignorance and misogyny from them uncles, because she's going to be living in a house with them. Just sad. Hey, TT said Jimena was like, I'm good, I'll go back to modeling. Jimena can't deal with that silkworm. Oh my God, TT. No. We don't need that description. Now that you said that, for some reason, I understand now why she wanted the breast implants for modeling. She was talking about going back to being a cam girl, and that's going to help her make more money. Absolutely agree. Soraya Ray said Mike swore he wasn't going to contact her first when he left Colombia. He called her the next day. Jimena is Mike's only girlfriend. Yeah. And he didn't want to lose her. You saw the way he was breaking down when he realized that she was done. That also concerns me. With her being here alone with her in America, with her kids, and him, somebody like that who breaks down, is so nasty to her when she rejects him. I am very concerned for her safety. If that is his reaction on her home turf, what is his reaction going to be on his home turf, where he knows that he is protected and she is not? I hate that relationship. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Let me get one more. Hey, Mercy Ali said, oh my God, I caught my first live. Yay, thank you for being here. Well, maybe her mother did the same thing. That's very true. When she was raising her kids, so she doesn't have an issue with it. That is very true. We got to be real, right? It's not just Jimena's mother. There are a lot of mothers globally, America, okay, who marry off their daughters to men their daughters don't want to be with, but because that man will not only give their daughter a better life, but them a better life as well. It happens a lot, especially in the entertainment industry. Because I can't wait to get Britney Spears' book. I feel like she's gonna do that talk. I feel like she's gonna do their talk. Because there's a lot of parents in this industry pimping out their children. That's another story for another conversation, but it happens. All right, family. I got a couple comments. Let's get into the tell-all. Ben and Kimberly came in hot. Too much too soon. I think that Kimberly was very excited for the tell-all. I think she, maybe feels as if she's a fan favorite because she came in with a lot of opinions, right? You never met Ella, but you're telling us you got beef with her. Why? What is your beef with Ella? You never met her, but you have a beef with her because you don't like how she did Johnny. Okay. You're on the same show. That is your coworker. Pipe down, right? But she came in with a lot of opinions. She was like, I know people are going to say things about me and Usman, and I don't care because I went after what I wanted. I went after what I don't care, or whatever, right? Then Ben came in with a lot of opinions, a lot of misogyny. Who's surprised? Who's surprised? He came in, but those two, Kimberly and Ben, just had a lot to say. So I was not shocked that the two most vocal people got into it, right? Because, Kimberly was talking about, basically that people were going to say whatever they want about her, but she loved Usman and she wanted him. So she went after what she wanted. So it might seem like she was begging him to be with her, but she does not care because she wanted him and she went after him. And then Ben decides to chime in. And he's just like, yeah, but you were doing a lot. I can't stand Ben. But the way he read Kimberly, this Kim, and she was like, she could not even say anything back to him because he was just reading her for filth and like not letting up. He was like, yeah, but you were doing a lot. Men are predators. Walk with me. Men are predators and we're lions. We like going after our prey. I would be so turned off if a gazelle went after me the way you went after Usman. I mean, maybe he likes that, but I know a lot of men don't want to be pursued like that, especially by the prey. And then they called him to get his mic, and Kimberly was like, I don't like him calling me a predator. I said, well, at least Ben finally admitted that he was a predator. At least he knows. But it was just so funny that the two most vocal people with the wrongest opinion on every scale got into it. Like, of course you two would get into it. Y'all both came in acting like y'all the stars of the show. Y'all were basically having a cockfight for attention. So then we get to see Ella. I am in no way talking down about Ella. I want to say that we are pro-ho over here in the Star family, right? So when I say this, I'm not talking down to her. Ella's a hoe, right? Ella won't own it. She needs to finally own it because what Ella does is lean into this childlike identity, right? Because she shows up in this Catherine sundress, and when she sees everybody, she's like acting really childlike. When she sees a guy, she's like, "Hi, it's me, Ella," right? I think she hides behind that because I don't think that she's comfortable identifying as a hoe. But that's what Ella is. And that's all right, right? But I just don't think she's comfortable with that identity. So she'll hide behind this childlike, oh, it's me. I'm innocent. Oh, I had an urge and I accidentally fell onto a penis. Girl. That's all right. I need her to like be honest about it because I see right through it. Hey guys, it's me. It's Ella. Knowing good and well you got a dungeon in that barn. You got a nice little sex dungeon in that barn. Stop playing with me, Ella. I see you. Anyway, so she walks in like a kid. Hey guys, it's me. I'm Ella. I'm so childlike in my 30s. And she sits down or whatever. And like when she sits down, Kimberly don't want nothing to do with her. Girl, bye. Miss Kimberly was doing a lot with Ella. I don't got no beef with Ella. The audience don't have no beef with Ella. I don't know if you have a beef with Ella. You're doing it for TV time and it's becoming annoying. Anyway, so she sits down or whatever, and she's just like, I know that people are going to have, an issue about what I did to Johnny, but it's like, when my animalistic side comes out, it just takes over. The hoe! She's speaking about her hoe side, but she calls it animalistic. Ella is a hoe. She is a hoe. That was her animalistic side. Now she's going to try to make her sexual urges this other identity, right? That like puts childlike Ella aside and the animalistic identity takes over. Ella, you are in your 30s. It is okay to say that you like experiencing multiple penises on a daily. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a new season. It's a new day. Women are being honest about how we feel. Now, a lot of us don't got Ella's libido, right? But I hate the fact that she feels the need to hide behind this. Now, it could be manipulation, right? It could be religious beliefs, or it could be, small town identity. It could be all of that. But I honestly do not think this, hey, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. I just had an urge and I acted on it. That's not her. That is not her. I feel like Ella is on some sites. And I think that whoever finds Ella on them sites gonna meet the real Ella. Anyway, I'm here for it. I'm here for whole Ella. I just want her to own it and step into it. But we're probably not going to get it. We're probably going to get her just talking about, that animalistic side, those urges that she can't control. Because I feel like in this tell-all part 2, we're going to find out that she's been sleeping with somebody. Ella, who was telling us that, men in my town don't want me because of my size, is going to end up telling us that she's been sleeping with multiple people in this small town of men that's not attracted to her. Girl, you give evangelical church girl Ella, who moved to the big city. Ciao. I see you. Before I go on, Midwife Crystal was up. Thank you for the super chat. Midwife Crystal said, Ben, we men are predators. Speaking for his fellow 90-day Creep Squad members, Ben, Ed, Mike, David, Paul. The list goes on. Thank you so much, Midwife Crystal, for the super chat. Mike and Jimena are back together. I hate it. And in my notes I wrote, I bet you Jimena's mom is behind this. Let's really get into the stars of the tell-all part 1. Jasmine and Chino. Before we get into the meat, before we get into the meat, can we just first really get into what in the hell happened with Jasmine's wig? Did she try to bleach it? I feel like there is a bleaching or a bang incident that happened right as the cameras arrived, right? I think that she either tried to, bleach her hair at home and maybe the hair fell out and it was a nightmare, or she gave herself bangs right before the camera crew showed up. And because it was such a nightmare, they had to go send somebody from production to go and buy her a wig. And there was no wig place open, but there was a Party City. And whoever got her that wig got her a Party City 3B curl wig and said, this is going to have to work. Because I don't think that she's a wig wearer, right? Because I feel like any wig wearer would know that the middle part of the wig should be right here and not right here. The middle part of her wig was on her forehead. I'm like, why don't you just pull it down? But I don't think that this is what she does, right? Because the wig was honestly giving Drag Race season 1. You remember, if you are a Drag Race fan, you remember Drag Race season 1 and them terrible unblocked wigs. That's exactly what that was giving. The wig was such a distraction. It was just sitting on her forehead the entire time. And I'm like, your middle part, we should not be able to see your middle part on your forehead. That's not where it goes. But I'm telling you, I need the behind the scenes, because I think she either bleached her hair at home and it was a nightmare, or she gave herself bangs and it was a nightmare. That's what I think happened. I don't think that wig was her first choice. I think it was the last resort. That is what I'm getting from that. What a wig choice. What a wig choice. Anyway, apparently Gino tried to heritage his way into Ben's friend's coochie, right? because Sean is like, so Gino, have you been talking to anybody in the cast? Anybody other than Jasmine in the cast? And Gino's like, no. I know, I don't know what you're talking about. I would never. Not, with the hat on. You're on national TV with the hat on. Oh my God, today. It's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And Jasmine is like, Sheena, what is Sean talking about, Sheena? And he's like, I don't know what she's saying. I don't know. And Sean is like, Gino, are you sure you haven't spoken to anybody connected to the cast? Gino, no, Jasmine, Sheena, what is Sean talking about, Sheena? I don't believe this couple, but I want them on the next season. They are just bizarre, right? So then Jasmine's like, so you weren't, Sean is like, so you weren't talking to Ben's friend? You know what? Let me bring up the text thread. So she reads basically, Gino, I need for Italian men, when you hit on a woman, you have to find something else but heritage. You have to find something else. Like he goes to Ben's friend, hey, are you Sicilian? That's like the lead-in. Do you have Sicilian ancestry? And she's like, no, my husband, who's Italian, does. So maybe that's where I get it from. Work, curve him with the husband. So then we find out that, Gino has been, creeping in her DMs. Sean ends that right away because I guess in the tell-all, Ben's friend is going to come out and Jasmine and Ben's friend are going to get into it. And I'm looking forward to it. It was a mess. So anyway, since we're here, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the most uncomfortable part of this reunion. Jasmine talking about Chino's penis and his balls. Listen, I just want to say, TLC, I thought this was a classy event. I thought this was a classy party. This was like a 8-minute long segment where Jasmine is begging for Gino's meat. She's vegetarian, but she wants his meat, talking about his balls being drained and begging him for sex. I was uncomfortable. I was so uncomfortable listening to that. Y'all could have gave us at least 30 seconds of that. We did not need 8 minutes of Jasmine. Chino, I want your meat. It's so good, Chino. Why do you not give it to me, Chino? I want it, Chino. It's so good. Oh! Jasmine, real talk. How broke are you? How broke are you? I cannot believe that you were on national TV begging for that man's penis. Ow! Ow! I have been down. I ain't never been that down in my life. My God, today, I could not believe it. She's talking about how he doesn't want to have sex with her because he likes to masturbate more. And Gino's like, well, I was tired. I didn't have the energy. And Mike, but you had energy to masturbate. Shut up. You and Gino are the same damn thing. But Jasmine is just banging. I should be able to train your balls. You don't train your balls without me. If a man's balls is not getting trained from somewhere else, it's not getting trained to me. I want to train your balls, Gino. Oh my, I don't care what that show is paying you. It's never enough. It's never enough. Gino's sitting there because you are lying. Jasmine, I don't believe you. It ain't good. You're not begging for it. You're not starving because Gino is not giving you his meat. Girl, you're lying. There's no way that this man who won't even take his ball cap off during sex is blowing your back out. I don't believe you. You're a liar. You're a liar. Why don't you give it to me, Gino? I want it, Gino. It's so good, Gino. It's so good, Gino. Disgusting. Uncomfortable. TLC and the reruns, take that out. That is inappropriate. Where are the white evangelical mothers? I cannot believe that y'all allowed that on TV. Y'all boycott everything else. Y'all call the FDC or CDC, one of them. Y'all call them about everything else. You didn't see this? You didn't see this, and you didn't talk to your state representatives or anybody in the Senate and tell them to take that down? That's going to traumatize the kids because it traumatized the adults. It traumatized the adults. I couldn't believe she said that. I was disgusted. I was disgusted. There's no way, Jasmine. You are a liar. I am not convinced. It's so good. It's so good, Gino. It's so good, Gino. I don't ever want to be that broke. I don't ever want to be that broke girl ever in my life. Ever. I don't care what the producers said. I don't care if that was in the script. You deny it. You stand up for yourself as a woman and have some respect. I gotta move on. Disgusted. Disgusted. Oh, it's so good. I gotta move on. Crying over it. Crying. Even if the man is fine, you're crying over penis on TV? Never. 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 You'll never catch me. Maybe in my car right before I go into Target, have a little breakdown on national TV. Girl, never. Never. I don't believe in shaming sex workers. I told you, we are pro-ho, we pro everything over here, except men. Let me stop. I love Sorry, straight men. I'm joking. Like, but anyway, pro sex worker, right? We're a pro sex worker over here, right? Now, if we're going to be pro sex workers, we got to be pro John. I did not like how this show, everybody on that cast, from Sean on down, was making Gino, like shaming Gino for basically paying for sex. You know what I mean? With the sugar babies or whatever. He said, oh, no, we're just going out to dinner. We're just going out to dinner. And maybe something might happen, but I didn't pay her for it. It's sex work, right? How he met Jasmine. Sex work. I don't understand this, right? Especially women who started off doing sex work, all of a sudden, as soon as you get a consistent John, oh, I'm not that kind of woman. I'm not like that. But you were. So how are you now out of that situation and looking back at everybody else and being like, oh, I'm not like that? But you were not too long ago. Jasmine, you're a sugar baby. That's how you met Gino. It was and still is a transactional relationship, but for some reason you fell for your John. This is Pretty Woman in Bizarro World, right? You fell for your John. It's okay. I just didn't like, the shaming of Gino for paying for sex. I mean, if we're going to talk real, all men pay for sex, especially if straight men with straight women. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got to see what it's like. Like, you could be fine, but it's like, I got to see what it's looking like financially, because in case something happened, you know what I mean? At least I got knocked up by a big fish. Like, we got to be real here. I'm not calling, dating or courting sex work, but we just have to be real. You're looking to see, if there's some financial security there. Normally women don't, get moist for broke men. Anyway, I just don't think, or I didn't like the way that Gino was being treated, because if we're pro sex worker, we got to be pro John. And I didn't like that. I did not like that. And I did not like Jasmine removing herself from the narrative now that her and Gino are in a relationship. No, you was doing the same thing. Now you're not a sugar baby. You were though. So what is the big deal? Mm, do better. But I'm not surprised that a woman like you is shaming sex workers when you were just one because you're on national TV begging for a penis. Ah, stand up. Stand up. So now we move on to Kimberly and Usman. Kimberly's son, Jamal, comes out, and he's talking about, basically, can we be real? Basically calling his mother a fool in the nicest and most respectful way. I want to say this, Kimberly. Did you and your son talk about what he was going to say before he came out here? Because, you were looking embarrassed, especially when he was talking about his mom, like going after Usman, knowing that he does not have any intentions to really, like, basically, Usman doesn't like my mom. And while Jamal was talking, Kimberly the whole time looking down at the ground. I'm like, did y'all talk about what he was going to say? I would have said, keep all your comments about Usman. Leave your mother alone. Leave your mother alone. But he was right. He was right. I think Jamal's assessment of his mother's relationship with Usman was absolutely on point. Let's stick a pin in that, guys. I think, especially the way Miss Kimberly talks, I think the reason why Miss Kimberly was on an apology tour, and especially after the episode aired where she threw that drink on Usman, I think it's because she thought the audio was going to be released. I don't think she knew that the show cut that scene down and cut out the audio. Because remember, after that episode, every interview, she was on an apology tour, saying sorry, and she was, she felt bad for her behavior. She apologized to Usman, said she should not have treated him like that. I think the reason why she was on this apology tour was because I think she called him the N-word. And I think it was cut out. Because I keep on watching that scene, right? And I'm like, especially how she is, like, right now on the show, we're singing Work Kimberly, right? We're seeing Miss Kimberly at work. But we saw when she would lose character and she would lean into the, yo, why you play me, yo? Who you talking to? You treating me like that, yo? We saw that person, right? And I think when she threw that drink on him, I think she said, well, how you like that? And we're, and I think it was an AH. I don't think it was an ER. I think it was an AH because I feel like, when Miss Kimberly looks in the mirror, I don't think she sees what we see, right? So I think she just felt comfortable doing it. And that's probably how she talked to the men who disrespect her, right? Because the men who disrespect her, all, or she's been in relationships with, all look like Usman. I think that's what happened. Because I keep on watching it and I'm like, naturally, what, especially somebody like you, right, Miss Kimberly, who we have seen the real you, the yo, what's up? Who you talking to? You treat me like that, yo. Naturally, right? Come on, Black people. Naturally, what would be the next word after what she said to him prior? Naturally, especially for the hood ones. What naturally comes after that? I think she called him the N-word, AH, right? Still terrible. I think that's what happened. And I think that's why she was so apologetic. Because I was so thrown off of that. I'm like, why are you on an apology tour? He disrespected you. Like, why? And then just watching that clip again, I'm like, I think I know why you're on an apology tour. What do you guys think? What else did I wanted to say? Basically, we ended with Miss Kimberly finding out that Usman talked to Zara. I think she was really hurt, right? Like, it's very evident that she likes Usman more than Usman likes her. She's a means to an end for Usman, but I really think that for some reason she, Miss Kimberly, just really in it with this guy, really in it with Usman. I think she knows it's a con. I think she knows it's a scam, but I think she likes the fact that she has this young Black guy who was on her arm as her man, right? It's the same thing with Jenny. Jenny, that's how she is. Her who's her Indian base? Samit or Summit, whatever she calls him. That's how I think it is, right? I think it's the fact that you have something young, ethnic, popular on you, right? This older, working class white woman who smokes about 40 packs of Newports a day. You have this young Nigerian guy who's popular where he's from, who wants to be with you. It makes you feel good, even though you know what it is. Just like with Mike and Hamina, Mike knows what it is, but it still makes him feel good. It still makes him feel good having a woman like Hamina on his arm. I think that's the same thing that's happening with Usman and Miss Kimberly. That's all I have to say. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Did I get this one? I got that one. I got that super chat. Sly Cat said, I hope they don't spend a lot of time on Gino and Jasmine during the next tell-all because I'm so sick of them. They were interesting, except for the part where Jasmine was begging for Chino's penis. Except for that, they were interesting. Somebody needs to tell all about Mike's racist internet comments. Listen, Sly Cat, you got a point, right, about Mike. Because if Alina and Caleb aren't there because of Alina's racism, why is Mike there? Why is Mike there? Because y'all found out about the same time as Alina. So why does Mike get a pass? That's what I would like to know. Candace, what's up, sis? Said Kimberly should be too embarrassed to open her mouth. The way she coerced that man into sex, ugh. But we know that it was an act because it never happened, because the next episode she admitted to her friend that they just slept in the same bed together. Nothing happened. Hey, Dion. Dion said Kim acted real nasty to Ella with judgment about cheating. She's projecting. She's afraid Usman is going to cheat on her so far as you can cheat on someone. So far as you can cheat on someone in a fake relationship. Absolutely. Hey, Nerly. Nerly said Ben should be tired. He's chasing that girl all over Peru. I know his ex is laughing her a off, quite possibly, with the kids. With the kids. What's up, Leo? Leo said, well, he wasn't lying too much on Kimberly because she did buy gifts and hoping for sex. She's pretty much doing the same thing as the men. Hey, wait, I got that one. Thank you so much, Midwife Crystal, for the super chat. JT said, with Ella, it's the whining and crying nonstop for me. I think because she's hiding behind this like childlike identity, because that's safe, that's unassuming, and she doesn't have to be accountable for her actions, right? Because she can lean on, well, I'm from a small town and I've never been in love. I've never had a boyfriend, but I don't really think that's the case. I think this identity that she's projecting, this childlike identity, is manipulation. And I think it's manipulation in a way where she can make excuses for why she does things, right? And it's not the fact that I don't think that she struggles with how she sees herself in her body. I don't think she's happy with how she looks. I'm not going to say that, I'm not going to say that she's faking feeling some sort of way about her body. I will say I don't think it's as much as an issue as she is projecting on this show. I'm telling you, I see Ella. I see Ella. Come on, Yuli. Come on, Yuli. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. She is having a time in that small town, lying to us, talking about she can't get nobody. Ella, stop it. Ella, stop it. Gracie Ella said, oh, Kimberly was too, why did I say that? Was too much. Does she not see herself? Does she think she got it going on? I think she thinks that I always forget her name. I think that I forget the lady, the white lady with the blonde hair. I said that she looks like Donald Trump in a sundress. I forget her name, but I think that she thinks that she's her of this season. I think that's what she walked in thinking. On a daily, I feel like there are so many 90 Day Fiance like Instagrams and blogs. How have y'all not yet exposed Ella? How have y'all? I see it. This is not Ella. This is not Ella. Can't lie about that. Can't lie about all. It seems like all of the Americans on this show are going after people in other countries who either want to get to the United States or need financial help, and they're using that to manipulate them into doing what they want them to do. Like we didn't see Mike literally ask Jimena to sleep with him. Ciao. If he gave her what she wanted financially. And then say, oh, you're using me for my money. Duh. You lead with it. You lead with it. Yeah, I don't like the fact that, thank you, Dion. Dion said some of these people on Twitter are big mad like she cheated on them. I don't like the fact that Ella cheated on Johnny. I think I was more upset with the fact that she was blaming him for her cheating, right? And overlooking the fact that this man not only takes care of a very young child, he also takes care of his parents. Like she completely overlooked all of his responsibilities for her own sexual desires. Because we have to be real. Ella's infatuation with Johnny is the fact that she has a fetish for Asian men, right? And she wants to have sex with an Asian man. And she has found somebody, because remember, when her friend was dating somebody and she was just like, and he was also Asian, she was just like, no, you can't do that. I'm the only one that has an Asian. Yikes. Yikes. That's how you talk about your man, right? It's a fetish. She has a fetish for Asian. Listen, can we be real? She got a fetish for multiple peen. Ella has desires and she wants to get it from here, from here, from here. She was like, you know what? I haven't had an Asian penis, an East Asian penis. Let me get that. That's what it is. That's what it is. I need an expose on Ella. I need an expose on Ella. Yeah, but I just felt like everybody was doing too much with that and overlooking the fact, one, of her fetish and the fact that she is being extremely selfish to her partner and making him feel bad for her stepping out of their relationship. I think in part two, I think Johnny is going to get her together, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Debbie D said, not being mean, but Ella was delusional and desperate. I think it's an act, y'all. I think it's an act. Hey, Amanda. Amanda said, as a former Idahoan, everything about her personality is so Idaho, it hurts. Oh, okay. I feel like we're all going to enjoy her more once she leans into who she really is. Once she leans into who she is. Cynthia said, Ella's a freak. She's a hoe. She is her animalistic self. That's how she gets away with things. Nerly said, Ella thinks crying will make the cheating acceptable. That's how she gets away with everything. That's how she gets away with everything. Anytime Ella does something wrong, she'll start crying and she'll go to things that people will feel bad about her, that people will, give her sympathy for and say, well, I did it because I don't like the way I looked. No, what you did was wrong. And you're manipulating people to make them feel bad for you instead of you taking accountability for the things that you did that was wrong. She's a manipulator. She's a manipulator. Hey, Dia. Dia said, I'm ready for part 2 because some of the worst ones came to this tell-all with the audacity. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, that's a good point. Soraya Ray said, I'll wait to hear from Jimena before I take Mike's word for it. And then midwife Crystal said, Jimena don't know she and Mike are back together in English. You know what? You guys are probably right. You guys are probably right. I never even thought of that. Where else could they have gotten that wig from? It was unplucked and unblocked. A lot was happening there. A lot of, oh, really? It's probably from the bleaching because she's a blonde now. So it's probably from the bleaching. She's not a wiggy though. She's not a wiggy though. So if something is happening where she has to start wearing wigs, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like her first entry into that because it doesn't seem like this is something that she does. It doesn't seem like this is something that she does. Bundles, okay? She had 40-inch hair. Ah! Bundles. You remember them wigs? You remember them wigs? It was so much. It was so much. The wig was so heavy, it was moving her eyebrows down. I was like, "Oh, girl, this ain't you. You gotta ease into the wigs. You gotta ease into the wigs." She looked great at her and Hamza. Didn't Hamza get American Pie? I was gonna wait to hold my comments on them until part two, but they looked stunning. I'm on the train. I'm on the train with that couple. I love them. I love them. Missy said, "I need NikkiStar. Just call me Wildlife." But I gotta do something with her. Probably next season. I'll work on it. I'm working on my Jasmine. I'm working on her impression. Oh my gosh. Like it was so obvious, Gino. It was so obvious. You know who do that a lot? You know what white men too. Like it's this thing, especially like Italian men, but especially with black men, they all lead with like stereotypes of their culture to like women outside of their culture. It's so weird. Like, because you could not say that to them in any other context, they would have a problem. But when they're trying to, get with somebody, they will lead with that. Black men, you know what they say. Once you go black, you'll never go back. But if somebody says it outside of them trying to get with somebody, they ready to fight. But why would you go after a woman with a stereotype? Men are just, y'all not smart. Y'all just so horny to a fault. Oh my, I think what he did was like what all the other cast members do, Missy. I think he went to everybody's Instagram and he was probably scrolling through Ben's Instagram and saw her. And that's like tapped the picture, saw her Instagram and tried to get with her. I don't think he even saw her on the show. I just think he saw a pretty picture I think he saw a picture of a beautiful woman and went after her. What? Oh God. Gross. Gross. Why did she say that? I know that was a line that she prepared. Like it was because I don't think that she actually believed that. That was a pre-written line and she delivered it poorly. Poorly. Gino, I want it so bad, Gino. Why would you do that? What? Your mother's watching. Like people who love you watch this show. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Yes, Star Family, Tracy's reminding you all, please give your girl some likes. Or get yourself a sneaky link. Gino is not there. He's all the way in America. You can get yourself a little side piece. Gino has one. You think that Gino is not sleeping with somebody else? Girl, bye. Whether he's paying for it or not. Dia said it was gross. What's more than secondhand embarrassment? That's what I felt for Jasmine when she was in tears for his pee-pee. She kept on calling him the pee-pee too. I think so too, Missy. I think she's really into him. Because at first I was like, oh, girl, you scamming. Get your coins. Now I'm like, I think you really like him. I think you really want his pee-pee. Why? And then she tried to like act like she tried to justify why she was begging for Chino's pee-pee and like basically calling him ugly. Did y'all hear that part where she was just like, I know he's unattractive. I know he's not sexy. Nobody wants him. I know. But I want him. That's sexy to me. The fact that he's unattractive is sexy to me. I want the pee-pee, Gino. I want Gino's pee-pee. I'm like, did you call him ugly? I want to see more of this couple. I'm sorry. The sex stuff, they can leave. The sex, because that's inappropriate. That's inappropriate. You're assaulting us with that. We don't want that, but I want the bizarro-ness. I want the sex stuff, they can leave, but I want the bizarro-ness of this couple. I want it. Not, absolutely not. Not the way Jasmine was acting. Not because he had the blue pills. He had the blue pills. I mean, it's. I don't think he's performing. This is the thing, Dion. He's not performing in our Gucci. That's the problem. But he's performing with his hand. That's her problem because it's so good. And you know, Gino was eating that up. At all. She is a liar. What's that? Oh, I got a Venmo. Oh, Cynthia. Thank you so much for the Venmo. Cynthia said, Gino has the nerve. Jasmine really took him back after he sent her nudes to his ex, begging for Gino's peen on national TV. The Drag Run season 1 week. Happy to catch a live, Nikki. Nikki, love watching this season with you. Thank you so much, Cynthia, and thank you for being a part of the Star family. Me too. I hope we get to see Zara and Ben's ex-wife. But I feel like Ben's ex-wife, I don't think that she would want to be a part of the show like that. But I think that Zara absolutely will be. Come on, May. Let's talk about that. May says she's lying. Talk about Jasmine. Is Gino hoarding money somewhere and she's trying to get access to it? Something ain't right. I think that Gino, I think he got a lot of money. I think Gino, I think he is investing in something that for some reason Jasmine knows about it. And I think that she is doing the most for that. This whole season, I thought that Gina was broke. But then seeing her performance on this tell-all, I'm like, oh, he's wealthy. He's wealthy. And you know, wealthy people don't look like that. You know, like you know, how we see celebrities or whatever. A lot of wealthy people look like Gina. So I think he may have a little something. I think that's why she's performing like that. FCC. Thank you. Did I say FDA? Whatever. Listen, where are the white evangelical mothers? Y'all can shut down everything, but y'all let that pass on TV? And y'all watch TLC too, because that's the only reason why all them 97 kids and counting, that's the only reason why those shows are still on TV. White evangelical mothers. I can't see no other woman watching that show and being like, oh my God, this is so cute. I feel like every other woman will watch that and be like, oh my God, this is hell. This is hell. Down with the Ricos. I can't get into that show. The family is adorable. That woman got to stop having kids. I'm like, this is not fun for me. I'm stressed out for you. This is not escapism for me. How? The 10th gate at this point. And Jasmine will do whatever she can to get down there and get it. How broke is she? Shout out to Fro on a Mission. Thank you so much for the super chat. Fro on a Mission said, how have the foreigners not realized it's literally the worst people trying to buy spouses from poor areas? People really want America that bad. And we, the Americans, are trying to tell them, girl, it's not what you think. Thank you so much for the super chat, Fro on a Mission. Thank you. Sophie Chatelet says she lost her job and is desperate. This must be it. Didn't she lose her job? I don't think so. She said if the nudes get out, she could lose her job. And would Gino be able to take care of her? Would he be able to pay her $3,000 a month, you know, because that's what she makes from her job? And he was like, well, you got a great body you can get work because you got a great body, you got great boobs. You can definitely get another job and be able to take care of yourself. Remember that? That's what he said to her. I will say this, right? If Jasmine did not lose her job before, after this tell-all, she had to lose it. Let me tell you something. I don't think I'll be that kind of parent, right? They'll be like, oh my God, my son's teacher can't wear a bodycon dress. But I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm watching a TV show and my son's teacher is on TV begging for PP, I'm going to go up there and talk to the principal. I'm sorry. Absolutely not. I'm like, is that my son's third grade teacher? What the hell is she doing? I'm gonna say something. Now I'm a cool mom. That's how I think I would be. I think I'll be a cool mom. But I would say something at that point. Absolutely not. You can't teach my child nothing because you don't have no common sense. Absolutely not. So if she wasn't a teacher before, she's not now. She can't be after the tell-all. She can't be. There's no way. No way. Absolutely not. Hey, Nikki said, I used to think this show was a step above Love After Lockup, but no longer. Oh, it's on the same level. It's on the same level. She looked great. And this is why Miss Kimberly and everybody else looked great on this show. Hair and makeup. That's the thing. Professionals are doing their hair and makeup for the show. Now, I don't know who did her attire, because I was just like, when she was in the break room or the dressing room, I didn't know that this was the outfit she was wearing for TV. I thought this is what she arrived in. I didn't know that this was it. I was like, oh, are we not? Okay, this is it. Okay, her and Ella. Memphis, she knew what time it was. Memphis knew that she was going to be on TV at a tell-all, and she showed up to work. Ella and Miss Kimberly, they look like they just left, the local shopping mart or the local farmer's market and decided to stop by and film this reunion. I don't know why they were dressed like that. Memphis looked stunning. Her and Hamza were the only ones who I was just like, okay, you guys are ready for this. I am interested to see them on next season. I want to see more of them. Hey, Tracy, thank you so much. Tracy said, Star Family, less than 200 away from 14K. Please like the video. It helps the channel grow. We're looking to get to 5 million by the end of the year. It's early. We can do it. Amen. Amen. Dion says, if they're going to keep exploiting these people who are sex tourists / workers, they should really start being more honest about it and paying these people. I keep on hearing it from you guys that only the Americans get paid, and I don't like that. I hope that's not the case. I really, really do. Because I don't know, but I don't know how it works in another country. But I'm just like, if you are on American TV, after a few episodes, you're required to join the union. So I don't know how SAG does that. I'm gonna see if I can find that out, because I'm just like, the non-Americans are on TV for a while. Like they're on lots of episodes. So I don't see them not getting paid eventually. I don't know. I'll look into that. I will look into the. Oh, wait, I got a super chat. I didn't see that. Let me get. Probably. And also, she probably had a partner who was okay with that. Probably. Yes, she does. She does give Stephanie. She does give Stephanie a little bit of Stephanie. Is she still dating OJ? What a polarizing character. Sophie Chatsalot said, I think some people who grow up around Black folks only have dated Black folks and have Black children get comfortable like that. And honestly, they do that because of the Black people in their lives. I'm sorry. if you are a Black person, there's a non-Black person in your life dropping the N-word to you, around you, and you don't say anything, I'm mad at you. You're at fault, in my opinion, because you are the Black in their life that should correct them. Because now what's going to happen, non-Black folks is going to correct this non-Black, Black folks are going to correct this non-Black person that you were in custody of, in friendship, in relationship. You should have let them know what it is and what it ain't. But because you didn't do that, now we got to get them together, right? Now, when they feel comfortable with us at work and they drop the N-word, now I got to, take my behind to HR and get her fired because you didn't check your non-Black friend. That is your fault. You're the reason she's collecting unemployment. You take that. That is your responsibility. But see, Midwife Crystal, let's talk about that. Midwife Crystal said TLC ain't going to touch those racial comments on a tell-all. We saw when they cut it out with Lisa and Usman. Yes, if you're not going to touch that, then why in the hell is Alina and Caleb not there? Because y'all say that they're not there. Don't tell us why, and then you move on with the rest of the show. That's not going to work moving forward. That's not going to work moving forward. Hey, Gabrielle. Or is it, wait, Gabrielle. Gabrielle said, I don't think any of the couples were really in love with each other this season. There were some in love with the idea of their partner, or it was transactional. Absolutely. Absolutely. What's up, Angie? Thank you for her super chat. Angie said, finally alive. Hi, Star family. Hi, Nikki Pooh. I feel sorry for Kimberly's son. Ella feels entitled. Bit of mahogany, gross. I think that mahogany is going to get exposed next episode. I think that's coming. I think that's coming from Ben's friend. I think that's coming. Thank you so much for the super chat, Angie. Let me get a couple more. What time is it? Oh, I got to get something to eat. I can't believe I'm eating this late. I feel like my day got started so late because of that storm. Oh my goodness. Angela is her name. Donald Trump in a sundress. Angela. Thank you all so much. I was thinking about that. I really was. I was thinking about that and maybe doing a space after the show. What do you guys think? Let me know about that. A Star Fam space will be awesome. Well, how do you guys feel about that? Because I know a lot of you guys aren't on Twitter or Instagram like that, so I haven't really done that. But let me know how you feel about that. Thank you for bringing it up, Dion. Hey, Fabiola. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Absolutely. And I think that's always been Ella. I think that's always been her. Ella, I see you. Come on, Gabrielle. Well, I'm just a little baby with needs, and sometimes I have animalistic tendencies. Stop it, girl. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Fabiola said maybe Jasmine was in between bleachings. That's what I think. Yep. That's what I think. Because you see her hair now. That's what I think. Hey, Poppy. Poppy said, how was Ella's? Hey, Poppy. Thanks for being here. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. I will say, I think you were just trying to be funny or whatever, but we don't do that. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. We're gonna let Ella be a round hoe. Okay. We're gonna let her do what she gonna do. Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with a little coochie gut. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But thank you, Poppy. I'm not, I think that, we're joking and having a good time, and I think that's where you were at. But we're not going to joke on somebody's bigness, especially when I got a little. You know what I mean? I'm not a pencil, okay? But I think I get where you were coming from. But we're gonna stay away from the bodies. We're gonna stay away from how people look, unless it's a pervy man. No, we're not. We're not gonna talk about Ben's eye. We're not gonna talk about Ella's coochie gut. Um, he was. He was for Shauna. I said, okay, I see the Americanness on you. I ain't mad at it. Angie said, do these women not want to look their best when they meet their men? Jasmine had hair extensions in the show. Yes, Memphis looked great, and so did Hamza. I don't think that they put much into that because, can we be honest? It's all about the vagina, right? It's not much about the looks because these men just really want blow up dolls with a pulse. I don't really think what? I don't really think it matters. She does. I'm telling you, they're all fake. Everybody on this show is acting in some sort. Everybody is acting in some sort on this show. Wait, they did? I think they did. I thought they did. Oh, child. What am I missing? Let me get two more comments and then let me get out of here. Mama gotta eat. Mama gotta eat. Yes, we been got into it. You gotta scroll up. You gotta scroll. Oh, wait. Debbie said that Jasmine quit her job. Oh, child, that's why she's begging for his PP. Child. Diana said Jasmine probably lost her job because in her pics as a teacher, she had a uniform. Oh, that means they had strict rules and didn't agree with her participation on the show. Child. I do think that. I mean, a dress or a cute little pantsuit. Her outfit just gave, I'm running to Walmart to get some eggs for my biscuits recipe. Like, it did not look like she was going to be on the TV show. It looked like she was running errands. Speaking of running errands, my God, today, Atlanta, where are your post office? Like, you would not believe what I had to go through today to find a post office. Do y'all not mail stuff in the South? What's going on? What's going on? Where I live in LA, there's we have two post offices in walking distance. And then there's like a third not too far after those other two. And I'm like, I literally had to drive 20 minutes to a post office. What's going on down here? Stacey Abrams, fix it. Fix it. Remember when she pulled them titties out? Remember when Angela pulled her titties out at the tell-all and we could see the bruises around the nipples? I don't miss her. I don't miss her on this show. I don't miss her on this show. Oh, okay. Mercy said, from pictures of Memphis's haircut on Instagram, it looks like the tell-all was filmed in January. Wow. Ain't that a bit early for a tell-all? Unless they've been had this season on ice. So, you know what? With how many shows they put out, I wouldn't be surprised if this show was filmed probably like a year or so ago. Hey, Arendina says, so happy to catch a live. 3:30 a.m. here and couldn't sleep. Waking up to Nikki is great. Oh, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Where are y'all getting this information from? What? Child. I couldn't, but we just kept on driving and driving and driving. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. I'm like, well, how do people mail stuff in my neighborhood? Does the post office come and pick up? Like, do they pick up orders? Because I do remember my neighbor saying, well, you just could FedEx it. I'm like, who's FedEx and everything? Like, ciao. I'm telling you, I just feel like such a fish out of water. I really, really do. Oh, really? Dion said, girl, no, they've been fighting about rural. Really? Okay, that makes sense because I could not believe it. I'm like 20 minutes away? Why? I just don't understand that. Why is it so far? Okay. Thank you. Thank you all. That makes sense. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, maybe that's what it is. That's wow. That is crazy. Oh, Monique, thank you for joining me from the UK. Thank you guys. Thank you all so much. I want to get this one. Aaron Dina said, seems like Michael and Angela will get their spinoff. Oh, why? Why? I don't like it. I don't like it. Simply Simone said, you got to mail your packages at the post office. Yes, that's exactly what I went there to do. I had an issue last week trying to find my post office. I ended up going to one, but they only do like certain things. Like you can drop off mail, but you can't mail anything. Right. Like if I had like a birthday card, they would take it. But if I had anything bigger, they won't. So for whoever won because I'm doing another dossier collab within like the next few weeks, the March one, I am sending that out tomorrow, or whenever you send it in. So if you send it in, Friday or whatever, that's when I will mail it off. I'm announcing the winner tomorrow during my live with Simply Simone. We're going to wrap up all of the Oscar slap fiasco, have a chat about that. You all are welcome to come in. I'm going to share the link, whoever has an opinion on that. Listen, we don't have to agree. We can absolutely disagree. Just be respectful. But tomorrow I will be announcing that on that live because I finally found my post office. And I'll be able to ship something out. That's been the biggest issue for me. For those of you who are waiting for that, for me to announce the winner, I didn't want to do that and be like, oh, I don't know where I can go yet to ship it off because I went to find the post office and they told me they can't ship my package. So I found one that actually can. So now that I have that, I can announce the winner so I can finally ship that out. So tomorrow I will be announcing the winner for my March dossier collab. Thank you so much for your patience. Tomorrow also, after I do my live with Simply Simone, that evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Arnold and I are going to talk about the fashions at just a bit about the Grammys and then the fashions at the Grammys. And then Thursday and Friday will be our regular shows, Married at First Sight, The Housewives, and Friday, Love After Lockup. But please make sure you guys join me tomorrow. I'm going to put up the reminder for that on Instagram and here on my community tab on YouTube. Please make sure you save that, set that reminder because we're going to have a good time. And I would love for you all to participate in that as well. Sorry. I was reading Aaron Dean's comment. It wasn't bees. It was, what did y'all call them? Palmetto bugs? It's like beetles with a hard shell or something. Guys, I'm telling you, check out my second channel when it comes out. I talk all about that. I'm dealing with a lot. But finally, I'm getting my lawn taken care of. I had a meeting with the lawn doctor. He was very pleased with the health of my lawn. I didn't tell him that I wasn't taking care of it, but I took responsibility. But I'm taking care of that. I got to get pest control out here. So it's a lot that I'm dealing with, but I'm learning. So hopefully by this week, I'll have some resolution to that, but we're getting there. Thank you so much for checking in. I love you, fam. PM. Oh, are you talking to me? I'm sorry, Tony. I love you, fam. Thank you so much for joining me. I had a great time. I'll see you tomorrow or I'll see you next week for 90 Day Fiance. Whatever, I'll be here all week. Just check the community tabs for times, set the reminder, and let's do it again tomorrow. Love y'all. See you soon. It's coming. The second channel is coming, F. Usher.